Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now, Bitcoin is coming down like this, coming down, running to resistance, constantly running to the EMAs. Fantastic areas to short. Okay, in a downtrend, what you do, you short the resistance points. Okay, and you can ride the shorts down. You know, opportunities. Look, short, short, short. Do you see that? And right now, you know, if you run into that 20 again, could offer an amazing short opportunity. You start to come down, lose the 786, and you're coming down to the 1. Like I said to you, you know, you're falling through the fibs here. You're falling through the fibs. You're not kind of getting any kind of relief here at the moment. Now, one thing that you could look for is, like here, when we come down, resistance to the EMAs. Like I said to you, get back above the EMAs, hold back test of support, looking great for continuation. Enter a beautiful long and ride the wave up, basically. You know, you got your 1618 target met, 1618 target met as well. And right now you're retracing, you're losing this low. So right now you look as though you're in some kind of reversal wave coming all the way back down to this 1 fib. Okay, and you are falling through the fibs. So, you know, on the weekly, you are holding the 786 at the moment. So like I said to you, this is a bit of strength on the daily, sorry. You're holding the daily 786 at the moment. So there's a little bit of strength here that you bounced off this, and you're looking like you're trying to come up and attack the 0618 with a golden ratio, and it looks as though potentially the 20 EMA. So what happens at this point could be an amazing little trade opportunity. Okay, with a stop loss on Bybit, you could short this 20, because right now all you're doing essentially, okay, you've lost this low. So all you could do is rally into this resistance, like I said to you in a few videos ago. That's resistance, rally into it as resistance, and then continue with the technical target of this reversal wave coming down, which would effectively be some kind of big double top, double bottom scenario right there for Bitcoin. Okay, and you can see, look, let me show you right now. You're basically in a reversal wave target because you're losing the low. Let me show you. So I know everyone's getting really bullish here, okay, really bullish on crypto and Bitcoin, because you've had this sort of V-shape and potentially come down, create some higher low and W bottom pattern right there, and you start to come back above the EMAs and start to break out. Amazing, fantastic. Once you start to do that and you hold the support of the EMAs as well, that's a great little long opportunity with a stop loss to start to ride the wave back up and retrace to that high. Okay, and then this was your low. But right now, you know, you have come down here. Let me show you. So you've lost this reversal wave at the moment because you're losing this low. So you can see you've bounced off the 1272 at 3415, you know, and right now you're rallying into resistance at the moment at this 1 fib, you know, as resistance. And if you start to roll there, you can see how you lose a 1272 at 3415. 7, and you come down and bounce off the 1414 at 31579. Everyone will think that's a low, and you do something like that, but eventually you come down to the 1618 at 2821. 3, okay, and that could be a fantastic entry point. Now if it does get really nasty here for Bitcoin, and we do enter a level of capitulation just there, you know, then this is an amazing entry point, and I'm going to show you why as well. And I've already told you before, on the monthly time frame here, this is where your 55 is lining up. Now this is a really important close that we've got coming up, 37126 on the monthly, which is in 4 days, 13 hours. Bitcoin needs to close above that level of support, because if it doesn't, historically right here, I can show you, if we take a look at this chart, you can see historically, let's take a look, in the last 3 times that Bitcoin has closed below the 20, you do usually make your way down to the 55. Okay, look at that, close below the 20, you made your way down to the 55. Closer below the 20 just there, you sort of put in some kind of relief rally. So there is hope here, there is hope, because this is a wave 2 correction. You start to come back up, and then we had the unforeseeable black swan, which was the C dump. So, you know, if we start to get back above here and you start to come back up and attack that high and break out, fantastic. But if we start to reject at that point, you could have your C dump, okay, some kind of black swan again, but the 55 at that point would start to creep back up, so it would eventually be higher than it is right now. That's what I'm trying to say to you, okay, because look, when you start to pick up, the red line continues to rise, and it comes to the price action basically, and you can see the 55 was an amazing entry point there in that C dump, the capitulation event right there for Bitcoin, you know. So this is what you want to do. If you do see true capitulation here for Bitcoin, come to your monthly chart, drop your 55 EMA in, and you can see it's an amazing level of support, currently sitting at 2233344, and that's a capitulation low basically, and that would offer a generational opportunity if it did come. But it's a big if, isn't it, obviously, because at the minute, you know, you are coming down, you're holding that 786 at the moment, you're bouncing off the 1272, but, you know, usually with reversal waves, you do usually come down to the 1618 as a bare minimal. Now there is instances in capitulation where you do come to the 2. I'm going to show you right now. You know, I remember 2 of these instances where we did capitulate to the 2 fib when we created a reversal wave, because, you know, you've got to adhere to the trend, and at the minute you are in a downtrend. end, okay? You're coming down to support. Providing you can hold support, you start to break back up, you know, you've got your correction over and done with, and then you start to come back up the stairs and attack the highs, okay? But what I'm looking for here is some kind of bounce, come up, we get rejected, and if we start to come back down and retest them lows, that's bear market structure, okay? You're fizzling out, you're going to start to come down, you get some kind of price compression where you create support and you got resistance, and then you get your capitulation event for Bitcoin, you know, towards the end of a bear market. I'll show you exactly where that happens, okay? Look, if we take a look on the weekly time frame here for Bitcoin, look, this is your bear market structure. I'll show you exactly what bear market structure looks like, okay? Every time, look, you're fizzling down, you get price compression, and then you capitulate, okay? Just there, you're fizzling down, making a series of lower highs, and lower lows, and you sort of got that structural support just there, and then you capitulate, okay? So at the minute, you know, for me to tell you that this is a bear market without us creating any kind of bear market structure, this to me is still corrective, okay? This is why I'm saying it's still a corrective phase of a bull market, and you know, it could capitulate down to the 2 and get the V shape out of there like this did. Okay, do you see that? Got the V shape out of there, because this is what capitulation is. This is what it offers. Now, just here, I remember way back here, I was telling family and friends, you know, put some cheeky bids down here on a 1618, because this is where it's going to come down to if it loses this low, and it did lose this low, and I remember it because I was doing my mum's cabin at the time, and I was watching the charts as well, you know, and I remember dropping a fib on air and putting some cheeky bids on the 1618. Look at that, met like a boss. But it actually fizzled, and it came all the way down to the 2 fib on that correction, that C word dump, the black swan. It came all the way down to the 2 and capitulated down there, okay? Now, equally, in the summer, this is what you do. This reversal wave, create an impulsive wave to the downside. So just there in the summer, again, I was telling everyone just there that you're going to come down to this swing low. You've got the rising wedge breakdown target, but equally, I was showing you the fib as well from that wave there. You got your reversal wave which is kicking in, and I said to you, look, if you come down and lose that low, you're coming down to the 1618 just there, and you can see it actually come down almost to the 2, didn't it? You know, you almost got that wick down to the 2 just there, which would have been an amazing entry point. So yeah, you know, this is what happens when you start to lose support. You create reversal waves to the downside, and you start to break resistance, you create impulsive waves to the upside, okay? So right now Bitcoin is losing this low, so technically, you know, you're looking at a 1618 just there, okay, for Bitcoin as a bare minimal, and it's sort of coming down through the fibs, okay, and not necessarily going to get this dead cat bounce here that everyone's anticipating. So there's some kind of capitulation event that's sort of around the corner here potentially for Bitcoin, and if it does get really, really, really nasty, just go to your charts, put some cheeky bids on the 55 EMA and the 2 fib, and you might get really, really lucky in that sort of liquidity grab and that sort of, you know, that big capitulation grab right there for Bitcoin. Now, for transparency, if Bitcoin does this, okay, this is what I'm looking for to confirm the bear, okay, market structure. So if Bitcoin holds this low at the 1272, which a lot of people are anticipating, I could see why this could be the low. You know, if it starts to do this right now, and you come down, and you start to do something like this, where you create this dead cat bounce, and you come down like that, and you come up like this, and you come down like that, you come up like this, and you're fizzling, and you're sort of basically, you're compressing, okay, you're compressing into, you know, you've got price compression into the apex of a descending triangle after putting it at the top. Wow, that's really bearish. And you lose support, you're going to capitulate at that point, okay? Like you do in every single blow off top, every bull run, lower highs, fizzle out, price compression, capitulate, okay? And this is what I'm looking for. So we've not got any of that yet, and if it comes, then we can trade it accordingly, you know. But right there, you got the previous bull run as well, fizzling out, price compression, capitulation just there. So yeah, that's basically Bitcoin, you know. For me at the minute, it's looking a bit weak, but it doesn't mean that it's going to come down. You know, you could get this support here, start to double bottom out, and start to come back up and get above the amazing. Like I said to you, the trend is your friend until the end. You know, at the minute you are coming down a downtrend, and at the moment, you know, if you'd have been short in the 20, amazing opportunity. And right now, if it starts to come back up and hits the 20 again, that could be an amazing short opportunity to actually come down to that 1618, which is the reversal wave target at the moment for Bitcoin. So, you know, so if that does start to come up on the 20, could offer an amazing short up of around about 28% for Bitcoin on Bybit. Okay, the link is in each and every single video description. Ride the waves, okay, ride the waves. So again, you know, if you start to come up here and get back above the EMAs, holding back test of support, you buy support basically. You put a long on that retest of support with a stop loss, and then you ride it back up. And it's at this point here when we trace the SI, what does Bitcoin do? This is the most important part of this bull run, isn't it? You know, if we start to fizzle out and create that bear market structure, then yes, we've got a bear market, and this is a multi-month bear market that we've entered right here for Bitcoin. You know, and we start to fizzle out, and then we'll have that capitulation towards the end of the price compression, basically for Bitcoin. So yeah, that's basically Bitcoin. You understand the update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.